Alright, so you want to learn how to put an image in text, something like this. Or maybe even something as simple as this, or maybe even something like this. I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing you want to do is have your image open. If you just open in Photoshop, sometimes it'll lock your image and turn it into a background layer. First thing you want to do is make sure that's unlocked. So we're going to go over to the Layers panel. If you don't see it, you can go up to Window and down to Layers. And we're going to click this little lock. I'm going to go ahead and hide it because I want to be able to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to go to my type tool, which is the T on your toolbar, or you can hit T on your keyboard, and just type out whatever word you want to clip the image into. So we're going to go with mountain in this case here. Mountain. We're going to go ahead and make it bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and Control T. Then I'm going to scale this up a bit and then hit enter, or this check mark up here. Go to my move tool, just kind of position it. Looks like it's a little bit too big, so we're gonna go ahead and scale it down a bit. The really important part of doing this is making sure your layers are actually layered properly. I'm gonna be doing this with a clipping mask, and in order to clip an image into text, the image actually needs to be above the text. There's a couple ways to do this. I'm going to go ahead and turn the image back on. The easiest way to do this is to hold down your Alt key, go in between the two layers, and then just click. And it will automatically contain the photo within the text. If the shortcut for some reason does not work for you, you can right click on your image layer and then go to create clipping mask, and then that should work. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. You could actually move this around. So I have my photo selected, and I want to reposition it so it shows the top of the mountains more. I can do that just by clicking and dragging. I am on my move tool. You can also move your text around and it'll move where it's showing as well. Because the text layer is controlling the visibility of the layer above it, you can tell that because it's actually underlined, and you can tell the image is clipped to that text layer because it is indented, and there's a little arrow pointing down. If you do want to move this, but you don't want to actually change what's showing, you can group these two layers by holding Shift and selecting both in the Layers panel and hitting Control G. And then when you click on it, as long as you don't have your auto select clicked on, it will move as one group. Obviously you can also merge them and things like that, but I wouldn't recommend it. The cool thing about using a clipping mask and text is you can actually edit this. So if I select my text layer, go to my text tool, and then I select the word mountain, I can change it. So I'm going to type in skyline, and then as you can see, I don't have to re-clip it or do any masking or anything like that. Now remember, you can adjust this. You can make your type bigger. You can even scale your image. So if you click on your image layer and you hit Control T, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, you can adjust it. So it's really helpful if you need to make some edits. I'm going to actually show you how I did the outline. So I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark or hit enter, either works. I think I might make my text a little bigger since I changed the word. If you wanted to add a stroke to your text so that it was outlined, you can apply all of the layer effects to your text layer and it will actually work. So if I go over here to my Layers panel and I double click beside the layer name, it'll pull up my Layer Styles panel, and I can go down to stroke, and then it will automatically add a stroke. Now I'm going to go ahead and make another layer here just so that you guys can see it. And as you can see, we have the mountain in the photo and also outlined. I do believe in my example, so my thumbnail, I had some other effects on there. Looks like a drop shadow and a bevel and emboss. Again, if you want to edit the effects, it's really simple. You just double click, pop the Layer Style panel open, and then add whatever you want. So I'll go ahead and add a drop shadow, and then you can see it there, and a bevel and emboss. And that is exactly how I made the thumbnail. Anyways guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I am going to be making more text related Photoshop tutorials because I really like text and making it look cool. So stay tuned for that, and as always, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye!